Now, if you've taken my intro ICS courses over at Leeward Community College, you already know I'm all about breaking complex tech down into bite-sized, easy-to-digest pieces, and today's explainer is exactly that. My name is Hector Wong, and I profess ICS at Leeward Community College. My office is located at the Waianae Moku Satellite Campus. Come visit. We're pulling from Professor Messer's CompTIA A+ certification training, and we're going to demystify PC hardware troubleshooting. And honestly, we're going to do this rapid fire, keeping this explainer tight, well under 4 minutes and 28 seconds by using the absolute simplest tools you already have, your own senses. So, what is your computer trying to tell you when it starts smoking? We have all felt that absolute stomach-dropping panic when our hardware just suddenly fails. You know the feeling. Maybe the screen goes completely black. Or yeah, much worse, you actually start smelling burning electronics. But hey, before you panic, you gotta realize that your computer's actually trying to communicate with you. By breaking our diagnostics down into 3 basic categories, sights, sounds, and smells, we can rapidly pinpoint the root cause of these kind of terrifying moments. Phase 1, sights, the dreaded screens. Let's start right off with the visual symptoms, beginning with literally the most common panic inducer out there. You hit the power button and absolutely nothing, just a completely black monitor. Now, before you jump to the worst case scenario and assume your motherboard is totally fried, let's take a few logical first steps. Seriously, is the monitor actually connected? I know it sounds basic, but check the video cable, then critically check the power cable. And finally, double check your input source. I mean, plugging an HDMI cable into a monitor that's actively looking for a VGA signal is going to give you a black screen every single time. Then there's the infamous blue screen of death, or the BSOD. Basically, Windows has stopped dead in its tracks to protect itself from a fatal error. This is almost always caused by bad hardware or driver issues, but here is the crucial part. Do not just blindly restart your machine. Take a second, look closely at the screen for a specific stop code. It'll look something like 0x000135. You can actually plug that exact code straight into Microsoft's website, and it'll trace the precise hardware or software that's causing the crash. It's a total game changer. Another major visual clue, super sluggish performance combined with really high heat or even random system shutdowns. That right there is a textbook definition of thermal throttling. You see, inside your computer, your CPUs and video adapters are generating massive amounts of heat. If your cooling fans get caked with a layer of dust, your airflow is completely restricted. So, to keep from literally melting, the system automatically dials back your CPU performance. And if it gets way too hot, it'll just power down completely, zero warning, just to save itself. Phase 2, sounds. Hearing a methodical clicking noise. Well, if the screen isn't giving you any obvious answers, it is time to stop looking and actually start listening to your machine. Normally, computers just give off a nice quiet hum, so any unusual sound is a pretty major red flag. But the specific type of sound tells a very specific story. Let's say you hear a harsh grinding or scraping noise. Unfortunately, that often points to a failing mechanical hard drive. We're talking about the physical spinning platters literally scraping against each other. Yikes. But what if it's more of a lighter, methodical clicking noise? Good news, that is usually something way simpler, like a stray wire or a bit of debris that's just caught in the pathway of your cooling fan. Now, sometimes your computer tries to talk to you in Morse code, giving you a series of beeps right during startup. This is called the power on self-test or POS. But listen to me on this. Do not bother trying to memorize what 3 short beeps means. Beep codes are entirely proprietary. A memory error on one brand's board might mean a video card error on a completely different one. So always go straight to your specific motherboard's documentation. Phase 3, smells, smoke, and danger. This is the absolute most extreme sensory check. If you actually see smoke or you catch a whiff of burning plastic, do not hesitate for a second. Pull the plug immediately to prevent a fire. Let's say you heard a loud popping noise and then came that burning smell. Once the machine is totally unplugged and safe, open up your case and look closely for damaged capacitors right on the motherboard. A healthy capacitor is going to have a perfectly flat top, but a failing one, it'll be visibly bulging upwards or even completely ruptured. And if you see that, you're almost certainly looking at a full replacement. Now, of course, if your PC is actually still able to boot, no smoke, no terrifying scraping sounds, you've got a fantastic built-in software toolkit right inside Windows to help diagnose sluggishness or app crashes. You can fire up Task Manager to quickly spot which apps are just hogging all your CPU. You can use Event Viewer to read the system logs from the exact second a crash happened. And definitely check out the Reliability Monitor. It's kind of this hidden gem in Windows that tracks the historical timeline of software failures over days or even weeks. Really useful stuff. So, we've covered the critical sights, sounds, and smells to help you rapidly diagnose hardware failure. But you know what the absolute best troubleshooting is? Preventative maintenance. So I'm going to leave you with this. When was the very last time you opened up your computer case and actually cleaned out the dust? Seriously, don't wait for that blue screen or that terrible burning smell to find out you've got a problem. Stay ahead of it. Mahalo for joining me on this explainer and happy troubleshooting out there.
Let's go. Quickly, let's make some coffee. Let's see who turned in some work.